What is going on, guys, and welcome to another Rogue Gamers video on our channel. I'm getting into Call of Duty here because last night dropped Continuum DLC. We got 4 new maps, 1 new zombies map that of course I haven't played yet, but here I am giving a little bit of my first impressions on it. The first one up is Scrap, which is obviously in a scrapyard, as you can see. The big thing on this map is this big magnetic thing where people can just power jump into it, boost jump, and stick their feet to it, which at first I completely forgot that it was a thing and kept getting ruined by it, but I kind of came around and figured it out. The sight lines on this map are pretty good. I played Domination, so I got a bit of a feel of the flags. There's some good head glitches there, especially by B flag and right outside of the of these little canister things here at A and whatnot. But other than that, it's not too bad. You just got to keep your eye out. Quite a bit of different paths that you can take here, which is always nice. It's not kind of straightforward 1, 2, 3 side and middle path, which is pretty cool. But I like this map. It's nice and dark. Usually I like the light maps, but this one has a pretty good feel to it, a really good flow, and nothing was too surprising here. It looks nice and grim, so it's definitely up there with one of my favorites on the DLC here. If I can give you guys one suggestion, it would be to stay away from the SMGs unless you are a powerhouse with it. As I said, because of the sight lines, it's more of an assault rifle, maybe a little bit of a sniper map, but there's quite a bit of long sight lines, of course, unless you get right in the middle there. So keep your eyes out and happy hunting, guys. As you can see here, I kind of livened up to that metal magnetic grate, so fuck those guys. Next up, we have Tourista, which is a light map. These are the kind of maps I like. The first thing off the bat is I noticed 2 things. One, there's a lot of wall running spots, all these green glass areas you can wall run on and kind of flank very well. And the map is pretty up and down, so you got to kind of keep your eyes open for the elevated people. I learned that the hard way at first. I got to remember that it's not boots on the ground, so there's a kind of tiers, I guess you can say, in terms of the elevation. There's a lot of rock, there's a lot of faces there. I'm not sure, I don't think these rocks you can wall run on. I learned that trying to go around the outside and kind of ruined my life. But as I said, there's good flanks on this map. There's not much to it. There's some okay hiding spots, I guess you can say. You're gonna have your people camping there in the middle, which is a good sight line for your sniper rifle. There's quite a few good lines for snipers and whatnot, of course. Good SMG map on either end. So you got that open middle area, so if you're not good with open combat, kind of stay away from there. But overall, I enjoyed the map. It's a good feel, nice and clean, very, very light, not too much going on, so I'm definitely a fan of that. Not much to say on this one. I really enjoyed it, and it was a good time. I didn't do too well, but I mean, it looks nice, so cool. Just enough time to watch me die once more here before we get into the map I think most people were looking forward to. If you're a returning Call of Duty player, this is the Rust Remake XS. It has a nice Egyptian kind of Aztec feel to it. As soon as I spawned in, it took me about 5 seconds to get familiar with it again and realized, yeah, it's definitely Rust. It's kind of weird to see it without the sand and all the different kind of pipings and whatnot, but it's here, and it's just as glorious as it was before. This map plays pretty much exactly like it did before. It is absolutely a king of the hill map. Once you get to the top and you get that elevated sight line in that lineup, you're pretty much on top. It's tough to take someone down from this elevated area, and I don't know if it's just because I was playing with maybe people that didn't play Rust before, but as soon as I got here, I was able to kind of dominate the entire match. Everyone's looking on the ground on the lower tiers, so I think it might just take a little bit of time for people to get used to it again, but if you make it to the top, you absolutely have an advantage on this map. Quick word of advice for those people that do like to run and gun. I ran into so many fucking trip mines on this map, especially in the little cubby cubicle holes or any passing area and on some of the pipes and shit like that, but just keep your eye out. I think people are relying on it a little too much as of right now, just because it's a smaller map and they know someone's going to run there eventually. I kind of got to play around that. I actually eventually put on my engineer class just to keep an eye out, and it helped a little bit, but just a little bit of a word of advice: watch for all of them trip mines. With that aside, the map is still absolute chaos, and I love it. Pull out your SMGs here, they work well. There's really no disadvantage here on this map. There's a good sightline for snipers and assault rifles. There's close combat. There's good spots for shotguns. I was getting ruined by a shotgun here and there on this, so definitely it's one of those well-versed maps. It's very nostalgic. It still feels good, and it didn't take long to get used to it again, so welcome back, Rust. The final map is going to be kind of short. It's called Archive. It's in what looks like a little bit of an art museum or an art exhibit. Personally, I wasn't a fan of this map. I think because the middle is the main spot where everyone was, and I almost felt claustrophobic. There wasn't enough room for me to move around. Tie that in with people that were quick scoping my face off, and I was absolutely getting agitated. But the map looks good. It looks good. It's clean. It's got some nice wall running spots. And if you do go around the edges, there is open areas, but not many people were there. Everyone's stuck to the center, and you just ended up getting ruined real quick, or you had a little bit of luck every once in a while and get a few kills. But it's very fast paced, close quarters. It's just not my type of map. I think it kind of reminds me of if the ceiling's too low and I can't jump around, it just feels too tight for me. It doesn't play the way that Infinite Warfare is kind of meant to play. But other than that, as I said, it looks good. It's a nice light map. There's some good sight lines. Here you'll find a lot of people. This is the best spot for an assault rifle or a sniper rifle. Inside, you can pull your sniper rifle out. A lot of people did just to try hard, but I mean, they got me a few times, so I'll give them that. I'm going to keep it short here, guys. I just wanted to get something up for you to see. I should do something a little more in-depth here as soon as I can, so see you guys later.